Hey everybody, Ben here. So, part of being a bondsman is we take our clients to court. Not every client, not every time, but certain clients we wind up having to go to court with for one reason or another. But all of our clients we notify of court. So, we let them know when and where their court date is and kind of what to expect when they get there, depending on what their court date is for. Now, we're not their attorney, so we don't prep them for court, but we do give them an idea of what they're looking at as far as, hey, this court date is only for status of attorney, so the only thing that's going to happen on that day when you show up is the judge is going to ask you, do you have an attorney? And if you do, you let them know. If you don't have an attorney, you let them know, and they determine whether or not you're eligible for a court-appointed attorney. You know, the whole part of the Miranda rights. If you do not have an attorney, we will provide one for you. Okay, they actually do provide one for you, but it's hard to sell, hey, how'd you bond out of jail on a $100,000 bond and now you want the state to provide you an attorney? I've heard that question asked by judges many, many times. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. So, I'm showing up for court for a particular client for a arraignment. So, at the arraignment, that's where they ask, do you have an attorney? Can you afford one? Stuff like that. So, I meet my client. I've notified him on a Tuesday. So, court for him is on the following Monday. Alright, Monday morning I give him a call, say, hey, just wanted to make sure you're going to be there on time. You want to be there a little early. Don't walk into a courtroom late. By the way, you need to dress nicely. Don't show up looking like a slouch. Tuck your shirt in, wear decent clothes. Brush your hair, look decent. You'd be amazed at how many people show up in a courtroom, they're facing a felony charge, and they look like a homeless person. That does not bode well with the judges normally. So, he shows up, he looks nice, but dude is all over the place. I mean, he's twitching and fidgeting and, talking weird. And I'm like, whoa, could this be his nerves? Nah, this is more than his nerves. So we get up to the courtroom, and when it comes time for my client to stand up, he stands up and he's all over the place still. And the judge is like, can you pass a drug test today? And he's like, Judge's like, yes or no, can you pass a drug test today? He's like, no. And I'm like, oh man, what? I mean, I knew already, but the judge doesn't always ask that question. But this guy was obviously on something. So the judge says, have a seat. I'm gonna decide what to do with you in a little while. And the judge moves on to the next case. Well, now I'm stuck. Like, I ain't going anywhere at this point. Because if I leave, I don't have to stay, but if I leave, there's a good opportunity that my client will get nervous and leave. Because the judge has just let him know there's a chance you're going to jail today. So this dude is getting nervous, he's getting scared, he's fidgeting more. We go out in the hallway, I'm like, dude, what are you on? Because now he's amped up and he's on something. I was like, when they drug test you today, what are you gonna pop? And he's like, man, only weed and this other thing. I'm like, what? Oh my God, what other thing? He's like, meth. I'm like, why would you smoke meth before you have to be in court? He's like, man, I smoked it 4 days ago. I thought it would be clear by now. I'm like, dude, a meth high lasts for a week sometimes, longer. And he's like, I know, I just, I was partying and, a buddy of mine had it. I'm like, dude, you are facing a felony charge. Why are you showing up for court high on meth? And he's like, I just, it just sort of happened. So now my whole day is shot. I am stuck with this guy till the judge decides what he's gonna do. So we go out into the parking lot because he's nervous, he's geeking, he's all over the place. I have to get him outside. Smokes a couple cigarettes, paces, calls his girlfriend, tells his girlfriend I might be going to jail today. If I do, I'll give the bondsman, all my stuff so he can get it to you, which I would have. But I'm like, dude, quit tripping. You have got to pull yourself together. He's crying. He's all over the place. Like, you did this. Why? I notified you on Tuesday. You got high on Saturday knowing you had court on Monday and knowing that meth stays with you for a while. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know, Every time I try to get clean, my knees get knocked out from under me. I'm like, you knocked your own knees out from under you. Anyway, I'm like, look, bro, I'm not your counselor. I'm not the judge. I'm not your attorney, and I'm not your girlfriend. I'm your bondsman. You showed up to court like you said you were going to, so me and you don't have any issues. But right now, you have a big issue. So, if that judge asks you what you're high on, don't fumble around like you did with me. You need to be honest with it. And honesty actually goes a long way with these judges in the courtroom. They catch you BSing. They catch you trying to pull the wool over their eyes. I mean, they're not stupid. They have seen thousands of people just like you in front of them, and they know what's going on. So we go back upstairs, court's back in session. We go inside, and I don't know. and even my partner said this. It's like, man, that was divine intervention. God was with him. The judge let him go home. Now, he's there for a drug charge. He's high, obviously high. The judge let him go home. They appointed him a court-appointed attorney. Normally, I just knew, I had no doubt the kid was going to get locked up that day. I wasn't going to lock him up. That's not what I'm there for. But I knew without a shadow of a doubt he was going to get locked up, and the judge let him go home. So we get out to the parking lot, and this dude just breaks down, crying, just in relief. I mean, he didn't even make it out of the courthouse before he had to stop and compose himself. So the moral to the story, kids, is, I have sort of a libertarian view on drugs. If you want to put that crap in your body, whatever, do it at home. Don't be out driving. Don't hurt anybody. You want to put that mess in your body? I don't care. I'm not a drug counselor. I don't personally use this stuff. I've never tried it. I've never been interested in trying it, but I'm not here to judge. But when you're facing a felony drug charge, don't show up to court high on drugs. Anyway, that's all for now. Ben the Bondsman signing out, and I hope you found that story interesting. It's just some of the crap we deal with.